Energy and spiritual healing is an approach to wellness that addresses the emotional and spiritual components of health. Research shows increasing evidence that mindful techniques, as well as repetitive prayers, yoga, and meditation, can cause physiological and psychological changes. Today, we will dive into the world of holistic healing. We will also explore some of the most common treatments, including meditation, yoga, reiki, and how to balance the energy flow to reduce stress, anxiety, and promote well-being in women. Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Our Voices. I am Jeannie Niwa. Here with me is my co-host Simenishi Ekoye. Oriane Tagishaka is taking some time off. So, I don't know about you, Semenish. Have you ever considered, alternative method of healing or wellness?
Well, if that includes massage, yes, I did. But I always say I want to try yoga or acupuncture, but I never find time for it, or I never, wrap my mind to it and actually go try it out.
So you did massage, that's good. I'm doing yoga sometimes when I can.
That's something I also want to do.
Yeah, it does make you feel good. It does make you relax. It's like mindful, you there, nothing else existed, and it's like you taking, away to a different universe, kind of. That type of, going away, relaxation.
Even when you are saying it, I really want to do it. Like, I hear people say that yoga has that effect, and I always really, still I want to do it, but I never tried it. But I feel kind of the same with massage, like, the aroma massage, or, the different types of massage. That 90 minutes or 60 minutes you do, it just gives you, that peace of mind.
Yeah.
It just takes you away from all the stress and, lets you be.
But I'm with you on that. When you talk about time is something that you wish you had to do those little, things to take care of yourself. But family, work, fatigue, I think it's taking you away, and social media for me.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Even the little time I try to find myself and sit down and calm myself, it's like my mind doesn't want to be quiet. Like something noisy is inside. Like, did you do this? Did you do the laundry?
Oh my gosh,
did you pick up your son? There is so much noise in my mind.
It's kind
I
of
can't
sad,
be still.
right?
It is.
Yeah, it's kind of sad.
Yeah, I hope we learn after this show that how to, be still.
I can't wait.
Yeah. Well, let's go to Ghana, where a growing number of people are embracing holistic healing practices and alternative medicine as a healthy lifestyle choice. From yoga to herbal treatments and a spectrum of holistic approaches, local communities explore diverse avenues to promote well-being and resilience. Sinanu Todd reports from Accra, Ghana.
In a yoga studio in Accra on a Saturday morning, Nana Amwako Enin takes a group of students through a morning class. With graceful movements and gentle breaths, they embark on what they hope will be journeys of self-healing and renewal. Amwako Enin used to work in New York as a prosecutor until 10 years ago when she decided to move back to Ghana. She says the courtroom affected her overall well-being.
As a public interest lawyer, there's so much that you see. And as a prosecutor, there's so much that you see that brings you to your knees. You have victims, you have people that have been in issues with crime. You have people that have a lot of pain, and mental health becomes so starkingly in your face. And it affected me.
Amwako Enin sought healing through holistic practices, including yoga, and then started to teach others. Some of her students are now instructors.
We can move you to help you heal. We can move you so it helps you align your blood flow, your circulation, the oxygen that comes into your system that may prevent things from happening, right? And I think that that's where we get the sense of how do we take one person and help them realign, recalibrate.
Yoga teacher Ramamenu Said says she has seen an overall improvement in her physical and mental well-being. Said sought yoga after her previous profession in horse riding.
I used to feel really anxious, and I used to struggle with depression as well. But then over time, I started realizing that because I'm putting my body in uncomfortable positions and learning to breathe through that, it starts to translate off the mat as well. So then you also start to, when you're uncomfortable off the mat, you start to also just tune back inwards and try to calm yourself using your breath and using your thoughts and your mind.
Ghana's Traditional and Alternative Medicine Practice Council, TMPC, says holistic healing practices have always been a part of Ghana's culture and traditions. Ancient Africans sought healing through movement, cultural dances, and plant-based herbal medicine. The council says traditional priests also helped cleanse spirits and energies that affected the well-being of an individual. Today, these practices have been standardized and modernized into herbal and traditional clinics. The introduction of clinical healing and alternative practices such as chiropractic care and yoga only adds to the African traditional methods, says Nimo Blafo Akotia Omoitu III with the Traditional and Alternative Medicine Practice Council.
They take you through laboratory, scan, and all those kind of, as if you are in a modern, orthodox clinic or hospital. The way they do, that's the way they also do. But then, the medicine they prescribe to you are herbal medicines.
A 2023 report by the World Health Organization, WHO, highlighted a growing trend toward integrating traditional and complementary healing into national healthcare systems. WHO, however, cautions patients to always consult healthcare providers before pursuing any holistic practices, especially if patients have underlying health conditions or are on medications. Sana Lutod, VOA News, Accra.
So relaxing. Holistic approach to health refers to the theory that all parts of a whole are intimately interconnected. Practitioners who often are not medical doctors must understand how the mind, body, and soul work together as a whole. Holistic healing includes alternative therapies, energy medicine, nutrition healing, meditation, and spiritual healing. Miss Opare Densua is the owner of Elevated Tea Company that brings wellness and relaxation to the local community through ancient ritual of drinking tea. Her tea collection features medicinal herb and flowers delicately blended with hemp-derived CBD, providing a calming and restorative tea drinking experience. Miss Opare, welcome to Our Voices.
Thank you so much, Jenny, for having me. I'm so happy to be here.
Thank you for the tea. Because you have professional drinkers here.
Perfect. I'm so happy to bring a little wellness to the studio this morning. It warms my heart that you love it, because I do.
We do love it. So can you tell us a little bit more about CBD and its benefits?
Yes, so CBD that we're using is hemp derived. So it comes from the hemp plant of the cannabis family. Not to be confused with the marijuana plant, which has THC and psychoactive effects. So this hemp plant has been around for centuries, even thousands of years. Rope, soap, paper, but also the benefits of the leaf and the buds and the flowers. So CBD helps combat common ailments like anxiety, depression, inflammation, insomnia, which I struggle with sometimes, like last night. Yes. But just being able to ground and focus and center yourself. It also contributes to our endocannabinoid system we're all born with. This communicates with our brain to release those good feeling chemicals like serotonin, oxytocin. So we're adding to that system that we already have to be able to be our best selves. And especially when we know we have a lot to go through. I started this company in 2020, in the summer, in the dead of the pandemic, because I'm like everyone else, what is going on? We didn't have the answers. I needed something to center myself so I can keep going. I'm like, I'm late to my work from home job that's 10 feet away because I don't, it was just too much to deal with. So I started this as a way to cope and provide an alternative way for the unknown to navigate that space and still be able to move forward, still be able to get good sleep. And Elevated Tea was born.
And voila.
Yeah.
Voila.
So it's your personal experience that, helped you get into the elevated tea business. And how does it help with, spiritual healing?
Spiritual healing. First, you must be connected to nature. If you want to do any healing at all, you must be rooted in nature and being able to ground yourself and recognize where you are on this earth and where you fit into this. Plant medicine has been around, I would say, since the beginning of the human time. So being able to go to that is so important. It's lost. I wish more people knew. That's why I'm here to tell them, please go to the plant medicine. It's there for you. So the CBD is one thing, but everything we put into these blends were formulated to help certain things. We have a sleepy time tea if you struggle with achieving or staying in REM sleep. We have some fun teas as well if you just like fruity white tea, but even the tea leaves are rich with antioxidants, your white teas, green teas, black teas. L-theanine, which is in tea leaves, only found in tea leaves. It just helps combat so many things we're dealing with in this modern world. I would say we're just exposed to so many things. This helps detoxify, gives oxygen to our blood vessels, just make you better all around.
Oh, thank you. So can we categorize tea? Is there things that we need to know about teas? Is there different benefits, or do you call everything a tea?
No, so that's a
we
great
have
question.
Different collections here, and
Yes.
we are having this one.
We are having Revive today.
Revive today.
Yes,
yeah.
so there are tea. The traditional tea has to have tea from the Camellia sinensis plant. That is your caffeinated tea leaf we're familiar with. And then tisanes is your herbal infusions. So we just call it all tea.
Right.
I call it CBD blended herbal tea because there are tea leaves present in 6 out of the 8 blends. 2, no caffeine. They're just herbs, fruits, flowers. So we have something for everyone. But depending on what you like, it's kind of where you can go. But black tea, it has great antioxidants. I think white tea has the most antioxidants. It helps with detoxifying your kidneys. These functions that we need. Cancer patients, people who are battling that where your liver and kidneys are constantly compromised trying to fight these diseases and other terminal illnesses, drinking tea helps detoxify. I can't stress it enough. So whether it's a tisane or it is a tea, you got to get that in your system as much as you can. It's just an easy way to stay healthy and stay focused and keep your blood flowing, your brain working. Yes. Wow. So I'm happy you all love it.
Oh God, we love it so much, and thank you so much.
Yes.
I wish we could. There is so much to learn about tea.
Yes.
Something I still don't know about, but thank you so much for bringing all this and for help. Letting us try.
Absolutely.
one.
Yes. I was like, I haven't had any. I'm going to pour myself some, and then maybe the viewers can see here.
Yeah. If you can say one thing about any misconception you want people to know about herbal medicine or
Yes.
tea.
Okay. I'm going to give you 2. The first one is herbs take time to work. They are not drugs. This is something you constantly have to put in your body. It is not, I don't claim to aid, cure, prevent, or treat anything with what I'm doing. I'm only here to aid in your process of doing that. So your diet, exercise, how you sleep, your lifestyle is all very important. The second misconception is CBD. It's still not widely accepted, right? And so people tell me I don't do drugs. I don't want your tea. I'm not doing that. And I'm like, but that's not it. It literally does not show up on any drug panel tests. There's less than 0.03 THC, which makes it legal federally for me to ship it across the United States. And there's still states I can't ship it to. Oh, really? Hopefully with this election and, legislation will change because this is something that's really good. Again, no psychoactive effects because we're using hemp-derived CBD and not marijuana. So you're going to feel, my first feeling is my shoulders relax. I'm like, oh, what is this euphoric feeling that I'm having? I just noticed something in about a half hour to an hour, I start to feel it. So you all get ready for the best day you may have had all week.
I'm going to try the one about insomnia.
Definitely. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
We'll have to stop right here, but we'd like to thank Ms. Opare Densua, CEO and founder of Elevated Tea Company, based here in the Washington, D.C. You can find her herbal teas online at elevatedtea.com. It's now time for a break. When we return, we will be joined by Ms. Avalaura Gaither. She is an intuitive consultant, healer, and life coach who helps people who are broken and have given up on their dreams. And as usual, we want to hear your thoughts on this topic as well as the importance of making change in your life. Share this on our social media platforms at VOA Africa. We are on Facebook, Instagram, and X, formerly known as Twitter. Don't forget to use the hashtag VOA Our Voices. Stay with us and we'll be right back.
In times of change, when the world seems uncertain, and what we hear doesn't reflect what we see, we seek the truth. When we are told only part of the story, we lose trust. In moments of crisis, our dreams, hopes, and wishes for a better tomorrow depends on a free press. At Voice of America, we bring you the stories that people take risks to see. We connect the world and unite it with truth. At Voice of America, we show you the whole picture.
Health, wellness, sport, beauty, medical breakthroughs. Healthy Living cares about your well-being. What are the main health concerns in Africa and around the world? Find out the latest on coronavirus. Connect with our experts and ask them questions.
How long does the virus stay?
Join me, Linor Moudou, in Washington every week on Healthy Living, right here on VOA.
You're with Our Voices. Welcome back. You are zooming in on holistic healing and wellness with a focus on mind, body, and soul. Now here with us is Miss Avalaura Gaither, a healer and life coach with a holistic approach by using energy healing and meditation. She is the founder and CEO of Avalaura's Healing Center in College Park, Maryland. Miss Gaither, welcome to Our Voices.
Thank you so much for having me.
Wow.
It's my pleasure.
Well, thank you so much. You look at the radiance is already coming out of
That's what happens when you practice what you preach.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Positive vibe already, you know, you can see it.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Yes.
So can we get a little bit, get into your world of energy? You know, Reiki is about energy.
Absolutely. It's all about energy and understanding that everything is energy. Right? And so it's something that's really sort of commonly dismissed in this culture. Reiki comes out of the Japanese culture. That's where it originated. And so understanding that in order to heal, you have to get beyond the physical, the mental, the spiritual, but also the energetic as well. So tapping into people's energy to heal. Just like, you know, you walk into a room, right? And you're like, ooh, I don't like the way it feels in here, right? I don't like that vibe. Or, ooh, I met this person. Oh, wow, they're really awesome. I really love them. I don't know them, but there's something about them that I really like. You're tapping into energy all the time and don't even realize it.
Yeah, well, definitely get into that more. But before we continue our conversation, let's listen to some women on the continent and get their views on holistic healing. In our Your Voice segment, we take you to Lusaka, Zambia, where we meet Kesmo Velmu, Lia Mulenga, and Kumwenje Firli. Take a listen and we'll take a look.
I feel holistic approaches will help a person that is sick because when you look at a sick person and they're taking medication, medication is only treating the symptoms of what they have been found with as an illness. But when we get to a holistic approach, this involves things that medicine can do. For example, showing love. Just the mere presence of you showing your presence around somebody that is sick already cheers them up. Besides that, a person who is not well would need some encouragement, and you would find that just people being around them and using encouraging words alongside with the medicine that they're taking will help improve the well-being of a human being.
For one to heal, in as much as they're taking that medication, they need to watch quite a number of things, and that being they'll need to exercise a lot. and they also need to watch what they eat because diet is very important. I'll give an example of a diabetic patient. These diabetic patients really watch what they eat because that helps them out. So apart from all the meds that they are taking, once they know what they are going to eat, they get rid of fats, they get rid of a lot of sugars, and deal with their health in the fact that they are able to choose what type of foods that they eat. And that helps in faster healing.
Taking up different nutritious meals, change of diet, those help nourish your body and also improve your condition just by doing that. Secondly, they also emphasize one, taking up an active role in sports. For example, you can take up brisk walking, running. These help you improve your self-responsibility and also self-awareness, and also improve your self-being, because that is self-care at the end of the day.
Thank you for the woman from Zambia. As they said, we tend to rely more on medicine when there are, different approaches and alternatives to healing.
Absolutely.
So what are some of these techniques, and how do you put your mind into, deep into yourself and focus on your energy? How does it work? Tell us.
So Reiki is a form of hands-on healing, so using energy to heal. So if you think about it, the sun is energy. The moon is energy, right? Your food is energy. So we consume these things for different purposes, for nourishment, sun, vitamin D. So it's the same thing. We can channel energy using energy that we innately have. And I'll show you an exercise so you can see what I'm talking about. But you're using that energy to heal. And it's something that's passed down from teacher to student. And so you work with a Reiki master teacher like myself who teaches you the techniques, and then you can actually use it in your everyday life. So I heard you saying something about, I don't have time to, get that 60-minute massage, right? We don't have time for self-care. But if you learn how to do Reiki, you can do it for yourself.
Oh, so you can do it for yourself. You don't even have to.
You can do it for yourself, your friends, your family. In fact, a lot of my students would actually learn Reiki because they had either themselves or loved ones who had cancer or something like that, and they actually wanted to use Reiki for their cancer treatments.
Oh, wow. Okay. I would like to try some.
Absolutely.
What can we do today? What can we learn?
Let me show you a quick exercise just so you understand energy, right? You can actually feel it, and you all can do it at home as well. So you just take your hands and rub them together really quickly. Just very briskly. You don't need to do this for a long time, a few seconds. And then when you take your hands away, do you feel anything there in between?
Magnetic.
So that's energy. So this is the energy that we have within us. We just don't tap into it. We don't use it. So I am tapping into this energy when I'm doing Reiki treatments. And I teach you how to tap into the energy when you learn how to do the Reiki treatments for yourself. So it's already here. You just have to learn how to use it and how to tap into it.
And then you move it around?
Yes. So we're using it around, working through your chakra system, your meridian system, again, because everything is energy. And so we have our 7 main chakras that a lot of people talk about, although most people think we have more. And also our meridian system, what they use in acupuncture. And using that, tapping in, using the energy to tap into those energy centers within you to remove energy, to give you good energy, to remove blockages. And so we're working on all levels, mental, spiritual, emotional. And so one of the reasons I love Reiki is because I'm a life coach and I'm a mental health professional. My background is in mental health. And so I was trained, as a social worker. I got my bachelor's degree in psychology, master's degree in social work. I was in the social work system, and I'm feeling like I'm not really helping my clients, that the system wasn't really set up to help people heal, but I was really just helping people to maintain their dysfunction. And so I was looking for something deeper. Talking wasn't enough. Like we said, medication is not enough. But now when I'm using things like Reiki or meditation or things like that, I can tap into who you are as a person, as a soul. I can tap into those parts of you that we don't normally tap into ourselves. We're living our lives, working, with our families, things like that. We're not sitting there and say, you know what, I need to just tap into my soul right now, or tap into what's going on with me, or take some time to self-reflect. But when I'm doing Reiki or when I'm assisting you with that, that's when you have a moment to do that. You can go within yourself, so you can tune all this stuff outside of you and tune into yourself.
So you use the combination of your psychological background and your Reiki?
Yes, and I love that, because what happens is we can talk, but then also then the Reiki is understanding that our body holds on to energy, to trauma, to negative emotions, right? And so even though we're talking and we're processing, it's the Reiki that's helping to remove what's in our bodies, what we're holding on to. You know, there's a book called The Body Keeps Score. And so if you don't actually physically release it from your body, it's still there. And so you can talk about it, you can process it, but you need to do something to physically remove the trauma and negative emotions from your body.
So this Reiki is not only for emotional or psychological illness, it also helps with your physical illness.
Absolutely.
And different diseases.
So think about it like this. Your body, if left to its own devices, knows what to do to heal itself, right? We come equipped with that. But the problem is we don't give ourselves the right foods. You know, we're not having the right herbs. We're not maybe getting enough physical exercise. We're not really taking care of ourselves. And so Reiki kind of comes in to shift things up, to say, okay, you're not doing everything that you need. Let's give you more of what you need so your body can restore itself. So if you think about when you get a scab, like you hurt yourself, you cut yourself, if you leave it alone, it'll heal up on its own. It might not do the best job, right? If you don't have, you know, put something on it to make sure that it's clean, but it can heal up on its own. And so Reiki is helping your body to do what it can naturally do on its own, but it's giving you that extra energy, that extra, you know, oomph, if you will, to help you to do that.
Yeah, so we definitely need to make time for it.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we need to go to her class.
Yeah, I have a retreat coming up in Morocco in November.
Okay.
So yes, you are certainly all invited.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so much. Well, that's it for our show. This was very interesting and very deep. A special thank you for our guests today, Miss Opare and Miss Gaither. It was an absolute pleasure. Be sure to watch Our Voices on the VOA website at voaafrica.com, where you can catch up on the latest episode and the worst top news stories. On the behalf of my co-host and editor's production team and everyone here at the Voice of America, thank you for tuning in. See you next time. Cheers.